Hello everyone. From today onwards, we will try to focus on different aspects related to CRPF. In the future videos, we will try to analyze the different questions which were asked in CRPF exams, and we will try to analyze how one should write those questions. Because this year, I have been selected in the UPSC CRPF with All India rank 120, 145, and I have been recommended for CISF. So I think I will be at a better place to understand and help to all these people who are aspirants and who want to become an assistant commander, which is the class 1 post, and it can be easily, one can achieve that post if a proper guidance is available with the students. So let's start with our initiatives. Hello everyone, my name is Ashwin Bhagatkar. I have secured All India rank 145 in this year CAPF 2022, and I have already told you that I have been recommended for the assistant commander in CISF, and we are waiting for our joining, which might come in February or in January, which the dates have not been disclosed yet. So let's hope we will try to cover as much as videos as possible until and unless the training comes. Okay. So the basic the reason behind making of this video is that to create awareness among the people regarding the CAPFs, because I am also a civil service aspirant, and people usually don't get too much attention towards the other auxiliary exams, which include the CAPF also, which is also a very efficient and a very prestigious job like the IS. But due to some lack of awareness as well as not having a proper guidance regarding the exam, the students do not give the exam of assistant commander, or they give the exam, or they know the exam only after attaining a certain age, and after understanding that after that the 25, that for the open there is a 25 years of age bracket. So people usually get to know this exam of at the age of 26 and 27. By that time this age limit has been crossed, so people are not very much able to get this exam, because the best I can say that this exam provides the opportunity to wait a minute, I will make this arrangement. Okay, fine. Yes, wait a color, make it as let's have some orange. Yes. So this Central Armed Police Force is a very, I must say, it is a very prestigious job, and one get the opportunity to serve the nation in different part of the country, like the Indian Administrative Service. That is the first advantage, and second advantage is that one also get the enough opportunity to prepare for the civil services if the particular person able to crack it in his first or second attempt. So I personally believe that one must at least try the CAPF exam, as the syllabus of both these examinations are of equal same nature, and one also get the opportunity to write the answers in paper 2 on the same day. So in the coming time we will understand what are the basic requirements one has to fulfill to first to fill a form, and second one is how one can excel in this exam. Okay. So first and for important is what is CAPF. CAPF is a Central Armed Police Force. Central Armed Police Force, right? It comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So lots of the time in interview the basic questions asked regarding the what is the difference between the CAPF and police force. The basic difference, we can say that the CAPF is a central force, while the police is the state force. Okay, that is the basic difference one can say about the Central Armed Police Force, and it come directly under the Ministry of Home Affairs, and it is directly come under the state government. So that is the main difference, and there has been some issues regarding the CAPF, whether it comes under the paramilitary forces or whether it is just armed forces. The interview panel, when that question has been asked, or when asked, the people usually say that yes, it is a paramilitary force because it has the combination of both armed forces as well as the military force. But sorry, but personally I believe it is the armed force, because for example in Assam Rifles, though it is a paramilitary force because it's headed by the army personnel. Okay. While in terms of like BSF, in SSB, in CRPF, in CISF and ITBP, those all were headed by the IPS. So these heads of the forces, that these 5 forces are come from the civilian job. So in that way we can say that the jobs which has been provided by the CAPF are of civilian natures, and that's why they are do not count in the armies, in the army parameter. They are mostly come into the armed forces. So we can say that the CAPF is a armed police force rather than the paramilitary force, because in the paramilitary force, the like of Assam Rifles, and Coast Guard, these are headed by the what we can say army generals, right? Okay. So once you get selected, you will be having the 3 stars of, and this will be vary the number according to what kind of position you have filled in the DAF. Most of the people started with the CISF, then SSB, then ITBP, then BSF, and then CRPF. This preference can vary from, and it vary from person to person. For example, my preference was CISF, but but my friends, which are two, 3 friends which has their CRPF as a first choice of preference, and they in this year, that is year which I got selected in 2022, there has allotted the CRPF. So I think it's totally a personal choice, I believe, and one should go with the inclination one has towards the forces, because you have to serve in the forces, not the other people. So don't get influenced by the any particular what we can say that this job is very easy and this job is not for the faint hearted. But after giving this exam and after being with so much of selected candidates, I personally believe that it is not that of true. Every force has its unique challenges and unique advantages, and regarding these forces we will have a separate video. In that separate video we will try to analyze its pros and cons of various forces, and why I choose the CISF as my first choice of preference, and why this choice of preference has been given by me in the DAF. All these reasons I will suggest to you in next videos, which we will cover in within days. Okay. So this video is more about awareness regarding the CAPF, and in the coming lectures we will try to analyze the different aspect of it, and we will cover essays and argument writings, and what are the different kinds of parameters one should learn for the clearing the exams. Okay. So what is first is eligibility. Eligibility is nationality, that is very common, that is one can have Nepal citizenships or Indian citizenship. Okay, that is not much of importance. Then age criteria is very much important. For example, for general candidate it is of 24 years, for OBCs it is 28, and for SCs it is 30. And then age relaxations according to the armed forces or for the paramilitary forces or ex-servicemen, there are I think 5 years of age relaxations is provided to them. Then height and weight, that is very important, which I believe, because these 2 factors played major role in giving you the re-medical. Okay. For example, in 2022 lots of students has been giving the re-medical, and there has been some changes with respect to the medical criteria, and it varies according to the organizations which conduct those PT or MET. For example, in both my attempts in 2020 and in 2022, ITBP was the conducting body. So in 2020 what they did was they give the re-medical, and nearly 45 days were given to student to जो भी उनका प्रॉब्लम है वो सॉल्व करने के लिए उनको 45 डेज का टाइम दिया गया था, और वो उनको दिल्ली में जाके वो सॉल्व करना था. मतलब अगर किसी का वेट भी बढ़ गया हो तो उसको दिल्ली में जाकर उनको बताना पड़ता था कि भाई मेरा अभी वेट नॉर्मल में है, जो वेट रेंज मुझे दिया गया था वो वेट के रेंज में ही है. ये उसको 45 डेज के बाद दिल्ली में एम्स में जाके उसको बताना पड़ता था. लेकिन दिस टाइम इन 2022 दे हैव डिड दैट, they have given the only 1 day time, and in that time those who are having the overweight, I think they have extended the time limit, but I am not sure, because most of the boys in our हमारे यहाँ पे जो बॉयज़ थे उनका वेट जो था विद इन रेंज था, यानी मोस्टली 5 kg का तो रिलैक्सेशन देते ही है. 5 kg तक रिलैक्सेशन होता है, क्योंकि इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर द स्टूडेंट ऑल्सो. इफ द कैंडिडेट फ्रॉम 28-29 age bracket comes, then the weight reducing the weight is a very huge challenge. So that's why I personally believe that one should work very hard on weight aspect also, because this parameter can become one of the reason for remedical for most of the students. So be aware of it. And with respect to height, girls should be very much aware of it, because in CAPF the commandant is present when your height is checked or your weight is checked, or whether you are able to pump your chest or not. Those factors were personally monitored by the commandant. So one should have a very much clear about that, whether a particular person is having the minimum required height or weight to qualify for the PET, because otherwise your all the efforts will get redundant if you are not able to qualify these basic criteria. So I must suggest that one should check one's height and weight. We can reduce it or we can increase it depending upon time, because after the clearance, right now the exams result has been declared, and they will give near about 1.5 months of time to get used to the physical criteria one required, or 100 meters, 600 800 meters of physical fitness that one can easily get in within the 45 days of results. So that is not much of worry, but the worry is that the whether you are qualified for the height or not. For example, see in this box we have a difference of 2, right? That is 156, 158, but my age, my height was 169 centimeter, right? So what you have to do, you have to see the what is the range, that is 62.5, 52.5 to 64.5 kg, right? So initially my weight was 70 kg. So in 2 months time I able to reduce this weight by 6 kgs, right? So when my weight was recorded, my weight at that time was exactly 64 kgs. So if it has a 170 or 169 centimeter of height, then one can go for 64.5 kg, right? So that is the basic criteria, eligibility criteria one has to remember and work according to that. Okay, now the what अभी डिफरेंट स्टेजेस क्या होते हैं, ये मोस्टली बच्चों को भी पता नहीं रहता है. जब तक वो खुद वो एग्ज़ाम के लिए पढ़ते नहीं या खुद से वो देखते नहीं, तब तक वो बच्चों को एग्ज़ाम पता नहीं रहता है कि भाई ये क्या एग्ज़ाम है, उसका स्टेजेस क्या है, उसका फ्रेमवर्क क्या है. इसीलिए मैं ये अवेयरनेस का वीडियो लाया हूँ कि मतलब बच्चों को पता चले कि यार क्या है इशू, मतलब स्टेजेस क्या है. ओके, तो फर्स्ट स्टेज में ही आपको पेपर 1 का जो 125 क्वेश्चंस का एक बुकलेट मिलेगा, जो अपने सिविल सर्विसेज की तरह है. सिविल सर्विस में सिर्फ ये होता है कि 100 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, उसमें हर एक क्वेश्चन 2 मार्क का होता है, और CRPF में वही 125 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, वो 2 मार्क के होते हैं, मतलब 250 मार्क्स का अपना ये क्वेश्चन पेपर रहता है, और उसके हिसाब से कट ऑफ लगता है. और 1/3 नेगेटिव मार्किंग तो दोनों जगह है. सो इट बी अवेयर कि यार यहाँ पे नेगेटिव मार्किंग है 1/3, 1/4 नहीं है, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टेट सर्विसेज में, फॉर एग्जांपल इन महाराष्ट्र देयर इज 1/4 ऑफ नेगेटिव मार्किंग. सो स्टूडेंट टेक इट ग्रांटेड एंड टेक लॉट्स ऑफ रिस्क in those exams, but I personally suggest that take less risk in paper 1, because the paper 1 marks actually decide whether you will in or out. Okay, and then after completing the paper 1, then you have the paper 2, 200 marks. This is very important, because nowadays even if the person scoring very high in paper 1, actually paper 2 has making the difference in getting the which kind of force you will get. For example, one of my friend has got 170 marks in paper 1, but his score in paper 2 was 80 or 70, so that score actually drag his rank in 140s. Okay, so I personally believe that work on this paper 2, because as a civil service aspirant, one must know how to write the answer in a more proper way, and CAPF gives us the experience that if a particular students have not written mains not a single time, then CAPF actually provides a platform to अंडरस्टैंड अवर दी एबिलिटी ऑफ आवर राइटिंग. ओके, मतलब उससे हमको पता चलता है कि हम किस तरह से एक क्वेश्चंस को लिख सकते हैं, और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये अपने को एक फ्रेमवर्क प्रोवाइड करते हैं कि क्या हम अपना पेपर 3 घंटे में पूरा कर सकते हैं या नहीं. सो ये है. अभी इसका रिजल्ट लग चुका है, अभी उसका कट ऑफ तो रेट करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, क्योंकि कट ऑफ जो है हर साल बढ़ते ही जा रहा है, और मुझे लगता है कि ये साल भी बढ़ेगा, क्योंकि पेपर का जो उसका सिर्फ एक सेक्शन, अगर मैथ्स का सेक्शन छोड़ दिया जाए तो मोस्ट ऑफ दी जो सेक्शन है वो रिपीटेड थे. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि क्योंकि हमारा जो रिजल्ट था वो 7 अगस्त का लगा था, और एग्ज़ाम 6 अगस्त को दिया था, तो मैंने भी वो एग्ज़ाम दिया था, और मेरा भी इस बार भी हुआ है 2023 में, लेकिन हमारा सिलेक्शन होने की वजह से अभी वो हमारा वो काउंट नहीं किया जाएगा. लेकिन फिर भी हमारा लिस्ट में नाम आ चुका है. मतलब अभी आपके लिए तो गुड न्यूज़ है कि हम जैसे बच्चे अभी वो निकल जाएंगे वो फेज से, जो क्लियर हो गए हैं वो तो अपने आप PET के टाइम पे उनका नंबर डिलीट कर दिया जाएगा. सो मुझे लगता है कि उस पेपर देने के बाद मुझे ऐसा लगा कि उसका कट ऑफ बढ़ने वाला है, और जो सीसैट का पोर्शन था, सीसैट नहीं बोल सकते, जो एप्टीट्यूड और रीजनिंग का पोर्शन था वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट साइड में था, मतलब इतना भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं कि आप नहीं छुड़ा सकोगे, आप छुड़ा, पहले कैसे होता था कि अगर 20 क्वेश्चन या 15 क्वेश्चन आए तो मोस्टली आप 12-13 तक जा सकते हो, लेकिन इस बार उतना नहीं था। इस बार आप 8-10 तक छुड़ा सकते हो। तो लेकिन वो जो सेक्शन है वो सभी के लिए ही डिफिकल्ट गया है, ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ आपको ही डिफिकल्ट गया होगा। तो सीसैट छोड़ के मुझे लगता है कि बाकी सब तो पेपर ठीक ठाक ही था, मतलब स्कोर कर सकते हैं वहाँ पे। और सेकंड स्टेज है पीटी का, जहाँ पे आपको फिजिकल फिटनेस दिखानी पड़ेगी। और फिजिकल फिटनेस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन द CAPF बिकॉज यू हैव टू रन फॉर 100 मीटर, 800 मीटर, लॉन्ग जंप and all the other events are there. So for that you need to prepare yourself and you get the ample amount of time, that is 45 days, 50 days, and I think these time are quite enough if you are having the basic quality of running and playing any games, then it would be a very easy for you to get those events in a stipulated time which is given by the UPSC. And third stage is interview. This interview is very a unique experience, and this help us to not only analyze the our own personality but also help us to how we can improve it in further life also, because in 2020 itself my interview score was very less. As a result of it, I missed the marks, I missed the list by 2 marks. My interview score was 82 I think, and this year I work on it very rigorously, that how to behave, how to understand and how to comprehend a particular टॉपिक विच हैज़ बीन गिवन टू मी, एंड उसको किस तरह से मैं उनको समझाऊँ। ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि हाँ ये ज़्यादा ही नॉलेज बता रहा है या उसको कुछ पता नहीं है, सिर्फ हवा में फेंक रहा है। उस पर ज़्यादा वर्क किया रादर दैन में कंटेंट पे। वो इसकी वजह से इस बार मेरा जो इंटरव्यू का स्कोर है वो 105 आ गया है। और मतलब मुझे खुद इतना उस पर ये नहीं था कि यार मेरा इतना स्कोर अच्छा आएगा, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि जो बेसिक चीज़ें की है, जो मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि मैंने क्या बेसिक चीज़ें की है जिसकी वजह से मेरा जो इंटरव्यू का स्कोर है वो सडनली इंक्रीज़ हुआ। और पेपर 1 में भी मुझे पेपर 1 में 110 से मैंने किस तरह से 140 का जो रेंज है वो इम्प्रूव किया है, उसके बारे में भी मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि कौन से टॉपिक पे मैं ज़्यादा फोकस किया रादर दैन फोकसिंग ऑन ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स, बिकॉज आई नो दैट इवन एट गिवन डे आई विल एबल टू स्कोर मोर दैन 110 मार्क्स. सो दिस increase in 20 marks, 30 marks, how I am able to do it I will be showing in the next videos. Okay, so as already told you, this is the 2022 and this is my roll number and this is the marks which I got in essays. Paper 2, in every year I score very good marks in paper 2. Okay, that is the basic theme of me clearing the paper first stage. In 2020 my score in paper 2 was 105 and I believe that is one of the highest marks because the topper all India rank 1 has got 110 or 115 marks. I'm not sure about it, but in that range also, in that range only. And in 2020 itself the paper was very difficult nature and still I am able to get it that much of marks. So I can then I can proudly say that I am easily guide you regarding how to improve your skill and what parameters one should see while writing any particular essay topics. And as I already told you, the interview marks which I got 105, and this I got only practicing and only making a foundation very strong, only by changing my personality, not content, because content all the people have will be of same nature. Okay, so this is paper 1 distribution. The most of the focus should be one must give to current affairs, because the importance of current affairs will be increasing day by day, because all these other aspects are very static and they have their own limitations. But I believe that current affairs should be given much more importance. And second thing, one must focus on maths. Though the maths of 2022 was of very a difficult nature, but it is not that every year one gets the of difficult. So one must also focus on the maths factor. Then we have science. Okay, these three, and most importantly the biology part one should get one should focus on it, because this will provide this will provide the edge to the other aspirants, because the beauty of the CRPF is that if a particular student able to excel in these three aspects only, one can easily improve its score well and above the 140 marks. Okay, so once you break the barrier of 140 or 150, then make sure that you will be in the list. And now the which preference you will get is totally depend upon the paper 2 marks, right? So you need to focus on these three major aspects of the paper 1, and afterwards all these students will able to get the mark polity aspect, they will make sure that they will solve the modern histories, medieval history, ancient histories. Not that of very much important, but history, modern history, particularly the Gandhian era, one must focus on, because that will give the extra edge. And for that, what kind of different books one should read, that regarding the all these aspects I will be covering in the next videos. And you need to focus on these. First, you need to focus on these three aspects, that is the current affairs, maths, and biology or science subject. Okay. So now paper 2, in paper 2 most of the portion is of essays. 40% of the total marks has been asked by the essays, and then need to focus on the grammar aspect. The grammar is very much easy. It is very of repetitive in nature, and very selected topics are coming to the exams. Only the difficult part is that when you have to identify the or spot the errors, which could be possible only if you are able to know the grammar, or you know the basic criteria. So once you know the basic, then the identifying or spotting the error is very much easy. Even if you not able to understand what is the basic grammar, then analyzing the previous year questions paper, you will get to know that in what part of the sentence they have usually give the errors. So it is very predictable nature in paper 2, particularly with respect to the grammar. Therefore I must say that you need to focus on the essays and grammar part to increase your score, because this will give you more than marks. That is 40% and 12%, that is more than 50% of the marks are given by these two aspects of paper 2 only. So if you work on it, you will get more marks. Okay. Then report writing and argument writings we will cover in these upcoming videos regarding the how one should go for the argument writing, because it is a very easy one, but people don't understand how to write it. Okay, argument writing, particularly the report writing, that whether we have to write a name of the person, or how we can remember the important personnel, for example DG of NDRF or DG of CISF. Because in report writing what they are asking regarding the any event which is happening, particularly if that is for example they will next year they will ask that write a report on the mission Kaveri. So you need to write a specific nature of personnel into that, because that only give the credibility. For example, if you read a newspaper, in newspaper if they hitting around the bush, then you will not able to understand the crux of the exercise, right? So you have to first make sure that what are the different stakeholders are involved in it, and make sure that you at least 1 or 2 names are present in the report writing. Then only you will get the more than half of the marks. Okay. And comprehension is very much easy. You don't have to actually practice of it. Actually, you need to just work on it. Okay. That is the PT, as I already told you, that how much of specification of heights are required, and one must give very much attention to it, whether a particular candidate is well fitted into this range or not, before filling the form or before giving the paper 1. Okay, because it is no point to get disqualified in the PT only because you did not have the basic criteria. Okay, now the most important part is this, and for this you will given the 50 days near about, and I think this 800 meter is very much everyone can crack. There is no point in it, because 3 minutes and 45 seconds you will get easily into the 3 minutes or 3 and 20 minutes if you for 50 days if you just jog, you will get 100 meter. What is the biggest challenge is long jump, because long jump, particularly with respect to the females, majority of the female, for example in our batch we have got nearly 6 women, and out of 6, 5 were disqualified in long jump only 1 got clear into it. So I believe that the women particularly should focus on the long jump, and this could be possible only with the practice, practice in such a way that you do not have any kind of injuries, because long jump is an event where the majority of the students got injured, and as a result they are not able to qualify the 100 meter or 800 meter race. If then most of the events are taken depend upon the commandants, whether they will conduct the first 100 meters or 800 between the two 100 meters or 800 meters, either of the one will be at the first, not this one, and not these. Okay, so after 800 meters they will go for the long jump. Shot put will be at the end. Okay, that is not a, I think this year shot put they have given the 3 chance. I am not sure, please check and be ready for it. Okay, now we will talk about the interview. What the interview is all about. Interview is all about confidence, that it should be showing through your face that yes, if I know the answer, I will tell you the exact answer related to. If I don't know the, and I will tell you that I don't know the answer. Otherwise, okay. Then second point is that you don't have to hit around the bush every time. There is just saying no to the answer sometimes do wonders to you, which has happened with me in 2022 interview, where I say no to the most of the answers, most of the questions actually asked by the lady member, and it's okay if you don't know the answer. Okay, and first, and all these parameters I will be teaching you in the next videos regarding in the upcoming videos regarding the interview aspects. Once the PT got over and when the people will get all the interview calls, at that time we will start our interview preparation. That will be more fruitful to you all the candidates. Okay, and the cutoff, as I already told you, that it will increasing year by year, so you need to be at your toes on the each year, and hopefully this year only you will get you will crack this exam. Okay, and this is the rank you will get. Most of the people don't know what is the exact work profession one got into the CAPF. First you will be as a assistant commandant, then you will become deputy commandant and commandant, which is of SP rank, and assistant commandant is of a DY SP rank, and this promotional aspect is near about 5 to 8 years of it, and you will get to it. And only that DG has been reserved for the IPS, and I believe that this will be get sorted in the upcoming. Once you will get into the forces, you will be, I believe that the court case is continuously undergoing, and you will be get a DG. Okay, so that's all from my side, and one must try to this exam at least at once, because once you get clear it, having the 3-star on your shoulder is of very great significance and achievement, not only for you but also your family members, and it gives you the opportunity to further excel in the excel in the CISF, in the civil services. Okay, so thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you.